right, I am doing a little WindRose today in anticipation of its future release, which nobody seems to know yet, as it's still to be determined. But one of the biggest things that is later in the game that you want to get proficient at is ship combat. The game does a pretty good job of simulating naval warfare the way it was back in the time. So one of the main things you need to do, besides knock down their hull integrity with cannonball, is to disable their sails first, because the AI in this game seems to be able to outturn you at the beginning of a fight. So it's absolutely necessary to take down their sails and impair their movement in any naval battle. Probably just like in real life, they tried to take down the masts and the sails. So if your enemy cannot keep maneuvering to bring his guns to bear, he's dead in the water and he's dead. So first things we want to do is prep your ship, and of course your own food if you're going to be going on these sort of things. Stuff that has vitality is always good. Increases maximum health and strength, so that if you do decide to do a boarding operation, ship-to-ship combat, so to speak, it's safer to stay on board and just finish the ship off and take the goods that way. I don't know if there's a greater reward for boarding versus just blowing them out of the water. But we're going to wait till the light comes up, because obviously running around in the dark is not ideal. So one thing that you want to know how to make, basically it's like bandages for your ship, and that's this. Now these things here, steel nails, you only get by looting point of interest. So currently in the game, I think they're kind of limited. You'll get this from looting stuff as well, because at the beginning of the game you won't know what the heck this is for. So you're tempted to just drink it and see what happens. Don't do that. The other repair kits you can make are these, and they're just basic repair kits. But basically once you made these and these, there are combat repair kits that can also be made, which would be another good version. Like these things here say outside of combat, master combat, as you see, improve repair kit, cleaning wounds and staying in the hands of those making repairs at the worst possible moments. So this restores 80% of your ship health over 10 seconds, which means you want to get the most out of it. Wait till your health is down before you use it. This one does 40% of your ship's health over 10 seconds and can be used in combat. This one says it cannot be used while under enemy fire. Now, I don't know if that means that you can get away from your enemy and then use it. It appears to be the case. If they can't shoot you, they can restore ship health. And of course, like I said, if you're going to be doing shipboarding, you want to get the best stuff you can get. I chose to go with stuff that boosts my strength and health. This one's pretty good. Increased maximum health, 15 minutes. This one has 5 vitality tagged onto it, so that's a good one. To bacon and eggs. And spicy bread kebabs I like a lot, because it does 10 strength and increases maximum health. That's a nice one too. So as soon as things lighten up a little bit here, we are going to go out, and I'll just show you my ship's inventory real quick to show you what you basically need to hit the ship management tab to get into. Like if you were putting your cannons in here and your hull upgrades, that sort of thing, you need to get into this particular screen. And this is where you put your repair kits as well, so that they are seen as an item in the inventory that you can use. Now I have some upgrades on here. This one's at a level 2. This one's at a level 1. Wouldn't be a bad idea to get a little hull bracing. Adds a little more bracing for when you get shot, a little less damage. I'm curious if I can upgrade this now. So we're gonna run in here and see what we can do. By the way, the lighting in the game, this Unreal Engine, is really nice. It's really pretty. Good stuff. Very, very, very clean. Very nice. Good aesthetic. Alright, so we're going to go to our ship. Alright, what's it take to do this? Okay, I can do this. I have copper cooking right now, so I need to, in order to upgrade this, I need, oh, doesn't say that there's anything I can upgrade. I can make a basic one. You can upgrade these. Maybe I should just, so hull bracing doesn't seem to be upgradable because I have it in my inventory. Do I not? No, maybe I don't. Alright, maybe we should go get that. I think I left it in the inventory of the ship. Yeah, there's the hull bracing. So you gotta have it in your inventory to bring it in and fix it up. Let's see what it takes to upgrade this, because I think it would be a good idea to have a little more defense when you're fighting these ships. Okay, boarding party. No, still. Okay, so I'm just a little shy on wood and nails. I think a little more defense is good. Especially when facing these tier 4 pirate ships. So I'm going to grab a little wood real quick and make some nails. And as with anything, you kind of, when you're chopping wood ideally here, it's best to pace yourself. Not run through your whole stamina bar right away, because if you get down to where your stamina bar is red, it takes a lot longer to recharge, and that's a problem. Slows you down in the end more to do that. Alright, here we go. Attack of the Dodos begins. Get out of here. Does a lot of damage when you don't have a lot of health. Perhaps I should put some food on. I'll wait to take that. That's the bet. How about this one? That works. That'll give me a little boost. But in any case, I'm going to keep chopping this wood here till I have enough to get this job done. I do have some wood on the ship, and I can always go fetch that. Alright. Luckily, my stamina comes back pretty fast. As long as you don't drain your stamina down all the way. How much wood we got? 38. That should be enough to get the job done. Let us see. I'll put it into the lumber holding bin and see what it takes to get this done. Oh wait, this is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to upgrade the item. Alright, boarding party, hull bracing. I'm missing probably just the nails. So we'll grab a... You cannot craft from the furnace, so you got to get it out of the furnace in order to make it available to the broadcasting crafting system. Alright, so that's good. We do not need this. Alright. we're going to go ahead and make that upgrade real quick. Oh yeah, the nails. So now that that metal is stored in a chest that is broadcasting, I gotta make the nails. So 5 should do it. Hull bracing, there we go, upgrade. Voila. So it gives me about 20 more defense. So that's upgraded. To level 2, my guns are updated, upgraded to level 2 as well to give me a little extra damage, and the hull bracing for a little extra survivability, which should be sufficient, seeing as how I've already beaten one of these ships that's tier 4 with just level 1 upgrades. So it helps to have a little more, because you got to land your shots in ship warfare here, or the AI will pound you into dust. So let's go in here, replace that. I don't know exactly what this one's for. If anyone out there knows what that slot's for, you have to let me know. But so I think it's something that's not in the game yet. So yeah. Now I could make arsenal reserves too. This takes planks though, and unfortunately without a way to create planks, I assume this is something that maybe is looted out in the world, at least in the current. Maybe there at some point they create an option in the bench to create planks. I would assume that's why you have a sawhorse, but it's not available right now. Alright, combat reserves apparently just boost your fighting morale and your ability to win a ship battle on deck. So, it is now dawn. That means we are ready to roll. So, I'm going to go ahead and I'll take my food when I get out there. Best, it only has mostly a 15-minute timer on it. I am really looking forward to when they actually allow you to craft gunpowder, because just depending on finding it out in the world is not ideal. Not ideal at all. And I do believe they will allow us to make gunpowder, because it's pointless having guns in the game if you can't get enough gunpowder to fire your bullets. Alright, here we go. We're gonna go look for a little trouble. If I can get off the... Let's see if it'll allow me to get off. My buddy built a large rock pier out here, which seems to be causing problems, so I'll just resummon the catch. It's further out where I can get out of here. Alright, let's try this again, shall we? Alright, off we go. Time to go find a little trouble. The idea in this kind of turn of the century 1800s combat is to constantly be swerving the gun back and forth to bring your guns to bear and kind of limit his ability to shoot back at you. And oh, by the way, if you didn't know, the F key gives you this view. That's like an overhead travel view, so you can see what's going on. You can't use it during combat though, but it's a good way to see what's happening when you're not in combat. So we're going to pick a fight with this guy. We're going to start out by going for his sails. So pick number 2 ammo. As soon as you get close enough, start laying into his sails until he's got a red icon showing he's immobilized. Not immobilized totally, but he will be significantly slower than you at that point. All right, to the sails. All right, now for a side shot. Bring it around, and you are going to take some hits. Can't bring it. Got to bring my ship to bear on him, because see how much faster he is than me? Alright, there we go. Got a partial immobility on him. We're going to turn. He's slowed down significantly now. We want to keep that up until he is significantly slowed down. There's a good hit on his mobility. Once you start seeing holes in his sails, you're in good shape. And then you switch. Switch ammo. See, his sails are wrecked. Now we go for a hull shot. Okay, we're going to repair by hitting 8. And you'll see that we're doing quick regeneration. He's not out of the fight yet, so we got to bring our ship around. He can't keep turning. There we go. He's not as fast as us anymore, which means we have the maneuverability. Oh, I missed that shot. That's not good. The AI in the ship is not incompetent, so you can't underestimate him. Can't see with the waves. Come on, buddy. Alright, that was a good hit. Due to his lack of maneuverability, I'm going to have the advantage. Because I keep swerving to bring my guns to bear. I don't think it's a good idea to get in close to him too much. That makes it easier for him to hit you. So that was a big hit. Bring my back guns around. Hit 8 again and heal. He's having a hard time keeping up with my turning. Now I could swing in my other gun set. Might as well hit him with this. And there you go. His lack of maneuverability is going to lose the fight for him. So he's knocked out as far as maneuverability. Now I can either board him or simply take him at my leisure and sink him. So I'm going to choose the safer route for the time being. He is pretty much out of the fight. One more shot ought to do it. And that's it. Now you can swing in and pick up the loot. But that's a safer way to do it. Boarding is a more fun way to do it, but if you get pinned against a rail by AI and they chop you down, you lose the fight. Alright, so you don't get as much goods by doing it this way. You get more reward for boarding the ship. But yeah, that's good. So you can see I used up my my best repair kits in that fight. But it was pretty necessary because these tier 4 ships hit pretty hard. Alright, let's see. I want to go home and dock this thing. Oh, also you can pick up flotsam like this that is just round and about. So look for these little white lights and you get close to them, you could just pick up. Got a repair kit. It's generally repair kits. But those like purple repair kits you can make, they are way better because they repair upwards to 80% of your ship's health in one use, which is amazing. We're gonna sail on into port here. That's what the F key is good for. I love the singing. Very cinematic when you go in this mode. But yeah, that's what you need to do if you're gonna prep for a ship fight. Don't go into it half-cocked. They took a lot of elements from Black Flag, Ubisoft's game, and they did right by doing that. It really is good coding. It's a great experience. So, do I recommend this game? At this point, they have proven themselves to me that this is going to be something else. We will dock this puppy. How about right here? There we go. Don't go out too far from your base because you don't have a lot of stamina for swimming. Maybe they'll up that in the future. But you can see how fast my stamina bar drains when you're in the water. And if you run out of stamina, you drown. So, at that, I will leave it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, found it informative. If you do, like, subscribe. Join the channel. You know, I mean, this is a work in progress, and we're gonna have some good times. All right. Well, thank you guys. I'm gonna cut this here.